So I did mine on the foster care system. Surprise. Not really. Okay, so these are the national statistics for the foster care system, which honestly is kind of depressing because like each year just goes up and up and up and up. But currently there are 437,000 kids in the United States foster care system, and around like 100,000 that are waiting to be adopted. And so the thing about the kids that are waiting to be adopted, most of them are like teenagers or almost ready to age out of the system, because once you turn 18, basically you're out, you're on your own. Like there's not like any transitioning programs at all. So what happens is people will adopt the babies or like the toddlers, and then the teenagers are just left on their own. So because of that, 20,500 kids usually age out every year. And of those, 32% have been in the foster care system for at least 3 years. And 1 in 4 won't graduate from high school because of that. There's like around 70% that want to go to college, but when you're in the foster care system and you're moving around a lot, it's not, you don't really get that education good. And then 60% of the males will end up with criminal charges after they age out, and then 7 out of 10 females will end up pregnant before the age of 21. So in Indiana alone, there are 9,478 children in the foster care system, and 67% were reunited with family, which this is like a term we call kinship over care, because the foster care system is so overwhelmed. They would rather send the kids back with like family members, even if it's not necessarily the best thing for the kid, just so they can get them out of the system like that. So oftentimes those kids are like in and out of the system for all their lives. So only 1,536 kids were adopted through agencies, and again, mostly babies and toddlers. And as you can see here, the number just keeps going up for kids in the foster care system. So how to become a foster parent? You have to be 21, physical examination, you have to have like many positive references. Basically, it's all your personal stuff. Like you have to put all your business out on the table. Like when they come to do interviews, they'll interview like all your family, friends, like that. They'll do like house checks, and they'll look at like your taxes and your payments and stuff like that. You have to go through background checks, and you have to do like 10 hours of like training. So like you do some online and some you actually go places to do training. And then you have to get first aid and CPR certified. And then the whole process is supposed to only take like 4 to 9 months, but again, they're so backed up right now that sometimes it can take up to like a year. So yeah, it's a lot. But yeah, so when I'm older, I want to be a foster parent. But, yeah.
What does it mean to be adopted by agency? Like, what is the agent? What does that consist of?
So you can have, like, there's this one called Bethany. It's like a Christian organization that takes in like foster kids, and you can go adopt through them, like a private agency, or you can adopt through like the actual government, which is cheaper. But like I said, most of the kids, like there's an actual list. You can go on DCS's website and look up kids waiting to be adopted, and a lot of times they're sibling groups or teenagers, and nobody wants them. So
yeah. My mom works for DCS, and she tells me about it.